Meanwhile, the Australian dollar is lower against the greenback, with the US dollar index lifting 0.5% amid elevated sentiment. The local currency was trading at 76.54 US cents at 0700 AEDT on Monday, from 76.72 on Friday. World Finance Update. London, British Prime Minister Theresa May says she will not be derailed from leaving the European Union, laying the groundwork for difficult meetings this week in which she will try to unite a divided cabinet behind her vision for post-Brexit Britain. Edinburgh. A poll has found that 51% of Britons would now like to stay in the European Union while 41% want to leave the bloc, a near reversal of last year's referendum result. London, Bitcoin has blasted to another all-time high of over $19,000, $24,838, up 8% on opening, as concerns grow over the risks of investing in the highly volatile and speculative instrument. Beijing. A second prototype of China's home-built C919 passenger jet has taken off for a test flight in Shanghai, state television reports, another step forward in the country's ambitions to muscle into the global jet market. Toronto, police are investigating the possibility of a murder-suicide in the deaths of Canadian pharmaceuticals billionaire Barry Sherman and his wife, local newspapers are reporting. Berlin. Germany expects to welcome fewer than 200,000 new migrants this year, the country's interior minister says. Friday highlights. NAB, National Australia Bank Chairman Ken Henry believes Australian banks had no choice but to ask for a royal commission because funding costs would increase if overseas lenders perceived them as weak. CBA New Zealand, Commonwealth Bank has appointed Victoria Short to lead New Zealand subsidiary ASB. Crown. Shares in Crown Resorts have soared after the casino operator announced a string of asset sales that could deliver a windfall of nearly $700 million. Orica. Orica shares have climbed after the company flagged an improved outlook for fertilizer sales and new contracted pricing. Optus. The consumer watchdog has launched federal court proceedings against Optus, alleging the telco pressured customers to move to the national broadband network sooner than required. Bigger Cheese says it expects to have acceptances for 90% of shares in takeover target Peanut Company of Australia by the time its offer for the company closes.